Okay, kiddos, here we go. This is one-step equations, so we're going to work on solving these and graphing them. So this is section 2-2. So here we go. Solve each inequality and graph the solution. So for this type of example, it's just a one-step problem. So forget about the inequality sign, just solve it like you normally would. Minus 1, s is less than or equal to 9. Once you have that, then you can go ahead and graph it just like we did in section 2.1. So I'm just going to say that 9 is over here. 9, 8, 7, 6, oops, like that, 5, so on and so forth. We'll call this 10, 11, 12. So in this case, s is less than or equal to, so remember, if this was a closed circle, because it can also be equal to 9, so closed circle, s is less than 9, so it's going to go this way, and here is our arrow going in that direction. So that would be that inequality. All right, let's look at the next one. 2.5 is greater than negative 3 plus plus t. So here we go. We're going to add 3, just like we did on one-step equations, plus 3. We're going to have 2.5 plus 3 is going to be 5.5. 5.5 is greater than, is greater than t. So this one's going to be an open circle because it can't be equal to t. So we're going to do an open circle. Oh, first we have to label our graph. Let's do a different color, blue. Okay, so we're going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Open circle, and it's going to be on that. Interesting. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Open circle on 5.5, and our t has to be greater than, 5.5 is greater than our t. So that means that t is less than 5.5, so we're going in this direction. And here's our arrow to say that it could be all real numbers after that. And now we're going to move on. Again, q minus 3.5 is less than 7.5. Add 3.5. Add 3.5. Q is going to be less than 11. So Q is going to be less than 11. Again, let's go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We've got Q is less than 11, which means it's an open circle. Okay, open circle on 11 this time. Q has to be less than that value. So here we go with our arrow. And here we go like that. All real numbers less than 11 are equal to Q, or can be solved for Q. Okay, let's look at this. This is problem solving. I know how much you all love this. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, of iron for a female in Sarah's age group, being 14 to 18 years old, is 15 milligrams per day. Sarah has consumed 11 milligrams of iron today. Write and solve an inequality to show how many more milligrams of iron Sarah can consume without exceeding her the RDA. So this is key. Without exceeding. Without exceeding. So that means that 15 is the maximum that we have, but it could be equal to 15. So here we're going to say we have 15 milligrams. That's a key part of the equation. And we have that she's already consumed 11. So she can only eat X more grams, okay? So 15 has to be greater than or equal to the amount that she's eaten, which is 11, plus anything else she eats, which is X. This is unknown in this equation. So this is what the equation looks like. So then you solve it. So you say minus 11 from each side, and you have 4 is greater than or equal to the amount that Sarah can consume for the rest of the day without exceeding her RDA. All right, next. Here's a what if. Okay, so Josh has reached his goal of 250 pounds and now wants to try to break the school record of 282 pounds. Write and solve an inequality to determine how many more pounds Josh needs to break the school record. All right, so let's talk about this. So he has already reached his goal of 250 pounds, right? And he wants to break the school record, which is 282 pounds, okay? So whatever he adds to that, the amount of pounds that he adds to 250 is going to have to be greater than 282. This can't be equals to, because then it would just tie it, and he wants to break it. Okay, so keyword, he wants to break it, so that's why you can't have that equal to sign. So it has to be greater. His old record plus an increase has to be greater than 282. So now we're going to solve it. Minus 250, minus 250. So the pounds that Josh has to add would have to be greater than 32 in order to break the school record. Okay, here we go. All right, that's it. So the work for today is going to be 109 to 111, 8 to 22 even, number 25, and number 26 to 38 even. All right, have a good day, kiddos.